Hi Cuesta College Art 200 class, my name is Martin Thompson. For my investigative project, I chose to discuss the band the Lumineers, specifically the Cleopatra album cover art. I was drawn to this particular artwork due to its timeless beauty and captivation. The black and white adds an element of interest by remaining sleek but simple. While black and white photography appears to be a dated practice, the cover art on this album looks like it could have been taken with a modern-day camera. The Lumineers are a trio based out of Denver, Colorado. The band members consist of Wesley Schultz, the lead singer and guitarist, Jeremiah Freitz, the drummer, and Nayla Pekarek on cello and background vocals. A picture of Theda Bara portraying Cleopatra from the lost film Cleopatra is on the cover of their newest album. The artist chose this vivid depiction of Cleopatra as the cover because, quote, "It's such an arresting image, vulnerable but strong. I think a good song is like a beautiful woman, and no matter whether she's wearing something crazy front of fashion or old sweatpants, you can still tell she's beautiful. We want to focus on the core, not the illusion," says Wesley Schultz, the lead singer and guitarist of the Lumineers. In the album cover, you can see the striking beauty of Theda Bara as Cleopatra, the subject of the photograph as described by Schultz, wearing an eccentric headdress and Hollywood-esque makeup. Theda Bara was a sex symbol that seemed to be ahead of her time. Her apparel and appeal was controversial yet empowering for the entertainment industry's women. This semester, we briefly studied sexuality in art, and more specifically, the gaze incorporated into many Western works of art to depict attraction and desire. Jean-Auguste Dominique Ng's painting, Grand Odalisque, is a perfect example of that captivating look that was present in many modern, mildly erotic works as views on sexuality began shifting. The Cleopatra song is simply a modern-day love song with seemingly no relation to the Queen Cleopatra herself, but upon closer articulation reveals themes used in Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, and even historical accuracy pertaining to the Queen herself. For example, the song implies that Cleopatra's father has recently died, and she was ready to make decisions about her love life. Queen Cleopatra's father actually did die when she was 18 years of age, a time that many ancient Egyptians considered to be healthy for engagement. In Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, and in actual history, Cleopatra ends up killing herself as Mark Antony has gotten married in Rome, the place where he worked as a politician and general. The song seems to allude to this event in the chorus when it says, "When I die, I'll be on time." The fact that the film in which this photograph was taken on the set of is completely lost in history, I feel is complementary to the folksy old-school music that the band creates and carries a mystery that many of their songs represent. Their music is so emotionally touching and almost tragic in terms of their instrumental and lyrical work. The new album tells various different stories with every song, which seem fairly unrelated, but upon viewing the music videos on YouTube, one realizes how intertwined they are and how some issues can be relatable, however obscure they may seem. The album all becomes one life when at first it was full of different stories from different people. There is a lot of emotion that is involved upon viewing this photograph, not only in the viewers, but also in the actress herself. Much of the reason it is so captivating has to do with the ambiguous nature of Bara's expression and her intriguing stare, which I find is very similar to Nefertiti's in this ancient Egyptian bust created around 1350 BC by an unknown artist. My inspiration to study this particular photograph came from my appreciation for the Lumineers' music and my own fascination with the history of the photo. I find its story enchanting not only because of its 20th century involvement, but its relations to ancient times and events. This particular album has impacted me unlike most other albums have because of its significant understanding of life and love and its meaningful tunes. I encourage every one of you to listen to them and look for the historical references and intelligent lyrics within the music. Cleopatra, I believe, is the perfect symbol to represent it due to her tragic love story and striking beauty. And I believe Theda Bara was the perfect actress to portray her character both emotionally and aesthetically. The Lumineers could have named their album Ophelia or Angela after other songs on the album, but in my opinion, they chose correctly with Cleopatra, simply because I believe it represents where they are and where they are going with their music and careers. Thank you for watching my video and have a great summer.